All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome, one and all, to the 2021 edition of the Clutch Crew Sports Fantasy Draft. This is, I believe, the first time we've ever done a draft on the live stream. So, yeah, we're going to be, those of you that are in the league, thank you. Oh, shoot, okay. All right, we're good now. Those of you that are in the league, good luck to you guys. I believe Eric posted the league order just before we started. I see I'm drafting 7th. Joseph is drafting 1st. So hopefully you guys, if you guys are in the draft, leave a comment on the live stream letting us know you're in the draft. We'll shout you out. We'll just be talking about the draft as it happens, kind of give our reaction to picks. We'll talk through our picks maybe, but just have a fun time with this draft here, guys. And then after the draft's over, the NFL season starts in a couple days from now. Sunday is a week from now is the week 1 Sunday game. So we're going to be doing this is NFL's prime time for NFL talk right now. So we're going to be doing that, taking Q&A. If we don't have any questions, we'll just bring up different topics. I know Cam Newton got cut. I want to hear Nate's reaction to that. So we'll be talking all things NFL. If you have a question about your team, how we think that your team's going to do, let us know.
Alan says he's pumped.
Alan, thanks for joining the chat. Let me go ahead and send the link to the Clutch Crew, the Facebook group.
I'm working on making a tweet right now.
Yeah. Great. So if you're looking at the screen, I guess I'll go ahead and say that this is we got the whole crew here. And you're looking at me. I've got my face cam on right now. I got the nice Clutch Crew Sports T-shirt on right now. And just going to be streaming the draft. I've got our LinkTree posted down in the description below. So make sure you go check out Clutch Crew Sports LinkTree. I see Alan goes, woo! Bull!
Oh, God.
So, yeah, I'm excited for this fantasy draft. Especially since in this one, I actually have a 3rd-round pick. Unlike the one yesterday.
Yeah, that's true. You didn't have that in the family league last night.
Yeah, so.
All right. Yeah, Nate, introduce yourself to the crew, or not to the crew, but to the fans. Usually,
Nate, who's this guy?
See, guys, normally we mess up when we record our podcast, but we just do editing. No, I'm just joking. Our podcasts are completely live, just like this is. It's just a different feel. Being actually live, literally live, but yeah, Nate, go ahead, introduce yourself. So
I'm Nate. Been on the show since basically the probably like the 5th or 6th episode, 2019. So I've been doing this for a while, and I'm mainly on for the football episodes. If you listened for the month like June or July, you probably didn't hear me too much because that was basketball prime time. But all into football and NFL and college and all that. So I'm looking forward to having it back. The fantasy draft is always I think for me the official start of the season. So it's kind of always a fun day.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Eric, are you busy right now, or do you want to introduce yourself 2 minutes before draft starts?
Yeah, I mean, you guys know me, Eric, the ranting co-host. Hopefully I won't be ranting on my team here. We did our family draft last night. I had 8th pick out of 8, so kind of happier being 5th this time, more in the middle. So
see, I actually like being 8th.
I mean, I don't mind being 8th, but I personally prefer being in the middle the most. So
I see Caleb is joined. Sorry, Eric. What's up, Caleb?
No, you're good.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of cutting each other off, guys, just because this is a live stream. So we do want to respond to comments.
For sure. Yeah, cut me off anytime.
Yep.
Screw you, Eric.
This will go for everybody. Anybody can cut anybody off. This isn't normal podcasting procedural. This is a live stream. So wonder if Joseph is going to take CMC or go out of the box here on this one.
What does Joseph want to do? He is an Eagles fan, so.
I mean, so far in literally all 4 drafts I've had, in all 4 drafts I've had, CMC's gone first. So even the Superflex leagues. So Alan is 8th tonight. See, yeah, I think drafting eighth, I like drafting eighth because actually you get those back-to-back picks because I know like the first 2 years we did our family league, I drafted eighth the first 2 years and I got second and first place both of those years. So I like drafting eighth. I think but honestly, if I'm being completely honest, like really in an 8-team league, like any spot is fine.
Oh yeah.
I mean you'll get a good team
yeah. I think in like a 12-team, I would say in like a 12-team league, probably the worst spot to draft. Like I still think 11 and 12 aren't that bad, but the worst spot would be like 8 and 9 or like 9 and 10 would be terrible because you get like the back half of the stuff and then you don't get the back-to-back picks either. So
yeah.
Caleb said he likes being on the end too. All right, Joseph. Whoops! What am I doing here? Whoopsies!
Christian McCaffrey, first pick.
What a shock! All right, Nate. What are you doing here? Are you gonna go?
This is where the draft starts.
Take Dalvin Cook, or is he gonna go elsewhere? Although I will say, I'm really happy that this is the first draft I've had where I have the potential to get, one of the three between Dalvin Cook, Derrick Henry, and Alvin Kamara. Because I haven't had that in any of the other leagues.
Yeah, and I'm going to be updating my fantasy team name. I just haven't come up with a name yet. I see Eric's the finance gurus.
I am.
I'm the S tier for the tier list,
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Dalvin Cook goes number 2.
I like the logo that I found.
Yeah, that's a good logo.
Ezekiel Elliott. Well,
Paul's a Cowboys fan, so I'm not too surprised by that.
See, I have a question here now.
Who are you leaving me? Are you leaving me Derrick Henry or are you leaving me Alvin Kamara? Which one are you going to give me?
Well, I will say, Alvin Kamara took me to a fantasy championship last year, but there's always a drop-off when it comes to those people. But I'm still taking him.
Oh, my God, dude.
Okay, that was like the ultimate troll job, bro.
Dude, that's...
I wanted Kamara too. I mean, I'll be happy with Derrick Henry.
I will say the reason why I'm taking Kamara is because I expect a bigger drop off from Derrick Henry. That's what I'm saying.
No, I don't. Sucks having a Titan on my team, but I had nowhere else to go there.
Chubby just went.
I mean, obviously, I think, I'm glad I got Kamara. It was between Kamara and Henry because I think Ezekiel Elliott going at 3 was a little early. That offense is so crowded with like so many things that I think you'd want to get someone else.
Alrighty.
Caleb said Kamara chameleons.
I think I'm gonna make someone in the chat happy with this pick right here.
Davante Adams.
Talking up to Caleb. This guy.
Alan, you didn't take Cam Newton number 1. Calvin Ridley and AJ Brown. Interesting first 2 picks there with Tyreek Hill still on the board.
Wow,
he knew. Going wide receiver heavy there. Hey, I didn't get those same 2 guys, but when I had 8th pick last night, I took 2 wide receivers with my first 2 picks. So
but you got Devontae Adams and Stephon Diggs, so
yeah.
Bit of a different feel there.
Alan told me he had a different strategy this year, so we'll.
Any strategy that doesn't involve taking a defense in the 2nd round and the kicker in the 3rd round is a good one in my book.
All right, it's my turn to draft.
Where are you going here, Eric? You going another running back, or are you going wide receiver?
I'm going to balance my team out, and I'm going to take Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
How many leagues do you have Diggs in, Eric? Like
pretty much every one I'm in. I traded him last year. I had to make it up.
I know he traded him to me and won me a championship last year. So thanks for that, Eric. I'm also going to balance out my team, and I'm going to take Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Zach pondering to the crowd with Tay. I approve. Ooh, Paul going Patrick Mahomes off the board. Well, Nate, you got your choice of running backs here.
I can't believe Mahomes went for
Kelsey. It's just a little...
That seems a bit early for Mahomes in a non-Superflex league. I will say that.
Well, someone took him, top 5 last draft, right? Like last year?
Yeah, someone was really weird last year.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah.
That's what I was saying. In a non-Superflex league,
overall, I think
that's kind of early. Alan said he's done with that strat. Yeah, good job, Alan. I applaud.
Yeah, good move, Alan. Good
I mean,
move.
you got
Bit of a
Kelsey on
reach,
the board
but-
here.
Najee Harris, interesting over Jonathan
Sorry,
Taylor.
sorry, Connor.
I
I'm
mean,
not sure
I
waiting for him, but
honestly, like I'm not gonna complain just because I don't.
yeah,
If he does great, I'll be really happy for you, but I just don't know. Like,
yeah, it's hard when he's a rookie.
this and also, well, the other thing is the O line he's running behind. Like, if he was a rookie
Yeah.
on like the Cowboys or something, then I would totally take him. But the Steelers have a lot of O line questions, so
That is true.
It's
Caleb said reaches are less of a reach. Yeah, that's true, but still, it's still
Yeah,
a reach
that's fair.
I can't
nonetheless.
believe Kelsey's still there, man. Like,
Dude,
I know there's no way he gets back to my pick, but
I mean, I'm sure Nate's probably going to take him, but if he doesn't, then I'm taking him.
yeah. Or Paul will take him.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad that I'm left with like Taylor, Gibson, or Kelsey. as
Yeah,
one of the three,
you like
'cause-
Taylor, so that's good for
Yeah,
you.
I've got Taylor in a couple other leagues, so.
Nate's
That's
going to take
funny.
mine.
Ooh, Nate going with Saquon Barkley.
Yep.
Interesting. He's burned me too many times, so I'm not. I'm
Yeah,
done with
I'm like-
him.
Last year, but the time I
There's
don't get him, that's when
potential,
he's gonna-
guys. There's
that's when-
potential.
that's when he's
There is
gonna-
Yeah.
potential. I mean, it could turn out to be a great pick, but you just don't know.
I feel like third rounder though. It's like at least I'm
Eric.
gonna draft him top
Yeah.
10.
No,
I
that's
guess,
that's
like-
totally fair.
I guess
The
do you
only-
know this person, Eric? It's Jinx. Whoa, Keenan Allen.
My friend Jesse is in the house.
I will say, as much as I want to take Jonathan Taylor, I can't pass up taking Kelsey here. Like,
Yeah, I
I mean,
was
I knew you would.
struggling
I knew
with
you
that.
would, but that's crazy value getting Kelsey at 20,
Yeah.
man.
I've got Tyreek Hill too, so that's the interesting part.
I tell you, someone who has potential that you shouldn't take is Joe Mixon.
Potential.
More like potential trash.
How is
Yeah.
his ADP
Potentially
22?
bad.
Okay,
No, yeah,
now
there
I've
goes,
got a decision. here.
Jonathan Taylor. I would have I would have been like, if Taylor had fallen to you, like, oh my god.
This is a PPR league, right, Eric?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Caleb said Connor's now a Chiefs fan. Well, I've never had a problem with the Chiefs. It's not like it's a team I don't like, so it's not like I'm drafting.
I'm starting to have a problem with them.
It's not like I'm over here drafting Ravens or Patriots players. Like Justin Jefferson, like that pick, that pick. Aaron Rodgers, 2 QBs.
Oh my God, was that Allen that took
That
Aaron
was.
Rodgers?
Oh my, Allen, are you gonna trade away Aaron Rodgers?
I think Allen learned from his mistake. I'm pretty sure he won't. Trade Aaron Rodgers again. But I like it.
Chris
Man, you got
Carson.
a QB, a running back, and 2 receivers. Like
I'm pretty much balanced out here right now. I've got a wide receiver, a running back, and a tight end.
yeah, you gotta feel pretty good about that.
Yeah. Well, I know what my next pick needs to be. Like, I have to.
Yeah.
All right.
There's still some good people on here. I mean, honestly, like, I don't think I would want to take. Oh, Zach's taking James Robinson.
Ooh.
Not a bad idea. Auto
I mean, now the ETNs.
Yeah, I got
Yeah, he's
Running
gonna.
He's
running
gonna have
and
the same
gunning is gonna
touches.
get Mixon. Oh, Waller. I thought Mixon was going to go on the auto draft there, but I guess Waller went instead.
Mixon's so bad, even the auto draft won't take him. Ah!
Oh.
All right, give me my boy Allen Robinson right
Yeah.
here.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was worried Zach was going to take him.
I was
oh, God.
considering it.
I knew
I
the
was
auto draft wouldn't take him. I was like, it's all up to Zach. Like,
No, I really was considering him or Jefferson. I was really close
See-
between Jefferson and Robinson, but
The hard part for me here is the fact that, like, the best running back on the board, in my opinion, is Edwards-Helaire. But, like, I don't want to take him because I've already got a bunch of Chiefs players.
oh yeah, that's a dilemma.
so Caleb asked, when did you all first play fantasy? And I think for me it was like 2000.
Mine was 2000 and either 2009 or 2010 was when I first played. I'm going to take Terry McLaurin, actually.
All right. Eric, what about you? Not to make you feel old or anything, but
My first time I played was 2006.
Okay.
My church
Oh.
league.
I remember the
Nice.
first year that I played, I ended up auto drafting, And my QB that year was Matt Schaub, and that was the year that Matt Schaub had like his career year for Houston. So that was like the most unlikely thing in the world. I was like, man, how did I get stuck with Matt Schaub as like one of my QBs? And he like turned around and had a career year. CD Lamb, yeah, I was debating between McLaurin and CD Lamb, but I think
Nate, Paul might be mad at you over that.
I like McLaurin being like a number one receiver because there's a lot of.
That's what I was gonna say. He's like more established
there.
Yeah,
but
George Kittle, I like that. I'm surprised he fell as far as he did. I think people are really underrating Kittle this year.
Oh, definitely. Nate, what about you? When did you start first playing fantasy? If you remember how old you were, or what year it was?
Yeah, I think my first league was with my dad it was like freshman year of high school, so like 2013, I guess.
Yeah.
It was I didn't know what I was doing. I took Peyton Manning like fifth overall, and then at the end of the year he had all the records.
Oh yeah. Thank you, Caleb.
Got very lucky.
Making me not feel as old there. Thank you, Caleb, for that.
Caleb said he first played in 2000, so Eric was still behind that.
I was. So.
Was that okay? I was talking to somebody at work. Like he played fantasy back when only Yahoo had it, not ESPN. I don't know if that's
I don't know. I don't know if I know anyone personally, but I know that like there's people out there that played fantasy before it was even on computers.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Like they would actually
they were the people who started it. Like they came up with the game.
Like come up with rules and all that.
Yeah. All right, Nate, where are you going here?
Oh boy,
Let's see, Kyler Murray just went off the board.
Yep.
That's my QB in the Yahoo League.
I think Joseph's got the Kyler Murray to DeAndre Hopkins combo going there.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I couldn't get Patrick Mahomes to Tyreek Hill and Kelsey. That would have been amazing, but I think it's a bit of a stretch to even in an 8-team league for someone to have Mahomes, Hill, and Kelsey.
I mean, that could be really dangerous, or that could backfire.
I had Jamal Lewis and Priest Holmes. Wow, those were two really good running backs back then. Well, I think it's about time for me to take this man off the board because he took me to a fantasy championship last year.
I knew it. I wanted him at my pick, but I knew it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, I was like, if Josh Allen is still there, I am 100% taking him.
Eric, Joey Mixon's still on the board.
I see that, and I'm not taking him. So.
take the bait. Take the bait. Man,
I'm actually not gonna lie. If he somehow gets back to my pick, I will take him.
There's an auto pick, so probably
not. But like, if he did manage to get back to me, I would take him.
Man, I just don't like these options. Okay.
Yeah, I remember. I think
considered a reach, but
I think my second year I was able to get of playing fantasy. I had. Because the first year I said I auto drafted, so the first year that I actually did draft, I took Peyton Manning number 1 overall when he was still on the Colts.
Oh, nice!
I knew
Gus Edwards.
Gus Bus.
He only wishes he could be the bus. Chris Godwin. Someone already took Mike Evans, so. All right, Zach, where are you going here?
Alrighty, I've never had this guy in any of my fantasy leagues. I've tried to draft him for like every year and every draft, and I've never been able to get him. He's on the board. Anybody got any guesses for
Tyler Lockett?
No.
I don't even know.
What's that?
Lamar Jackson.
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh.
I thought about taking him, but I was like,
Allen was quick there with Damian Harris.
He wanted Damian Harris.
Have each of you won a fantasy title? Yes, I have won 2.
Oh, Maddie's in the house. Let's go.
I've never won a fantasy title.
Zach, you've never won a fantasy title?
No, I'm not. But in my defense, I'm a bracket person, not a fantasy person.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I will say for me, probably one of the reasons why I've only won 2 is because pretty well every year except for this year and maybe one other, I only play one league. So I don't play multiple leagues usually. This is like definitely stepping out of my comfort zone playing 5 this year.
I don't even know like who to root for like on a weekly basis.
Yeah. it's gonna get crazy.
Madi
for
Gang.
sure.
That's also someone that Eric knows.
Frank,
goes Cooper
Frank is
Kupp.
I'm bringing in the people.
Oh, I was hoping Cooper might fall a little bit more.
Who are you going here, Eric?
Let's see.
Don't snipe me, Eric.
Joe Mixon.
I mean, honestly, I did say that. Kyle Pitts. Well, I did say I'd take Joe Mixon, but actually, because I didn't think this guy would be here, I want David Montgomery instead. I thought he would be off the board by the time it got to me. That's why I said Mixon.
That's definitely fair.
Yeah. So, and I need a second running back. So.
And there Mixon goes at pick 46.
Good job, Paul. Good job, Paul.
Value. You're going to get the highest draft grade now.
Pretty much, because he's going to, the ADP on him was like 22, and he got him at number 46.
Yeah.
So, Eric, you want to, I know.
Yahoo's going to be like, the rest of the people in the league were idiots.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Eric, you won a fantasy title. Like, not, well, you won the Clutch Crew League last year, but
I won the Clutch Crew League last year, and then the Church League I used to do, like, back with Alan, like back when I started playing in 2006, I won that one a couple times, but the Family League is the one I'm coveting because I've never won that one.
Yeah,
yet.
that's the one. That's the one I've won twice. That's my two wins.
I've gotten second place 3 times, but I've never won.
What was your worst fantasy football mistake? Well, before I get to that, Nate, I know he won the Clutch Crew League the first year we did it, the one that where people didn't actually give up and leave.
Yeah, that was a meaningful one.
Yeah, but no, my worst fantasy mistake. I will always remember this. I was Todd Gurley's rookie year. I drafted Le'Veon Bell that year, but he was going to be. It was one of the years he was suspended for the first 3 games for marijuana. So I needed a second running back to really, take, because I had some, I can't remember who my other running back was, but I needed I guess this was my third running back that I wanted to pick because I needed someone to fill that role for Bell. And I took Gurley because no one was really super high on him. And so I put him in, and the first 2 or 3 weeks of the season, he was terrible. So I ended up trading him away to my uncle, who's a Rams fan, for something else, and then Todd Gurley went on and turned into Rookie of the Year, and I got 7th place. So that was by far my worst mistake, was trading away Todd Gurley in his rookie year.
I know mine, and Caleb, you'll remember this, and this is a multi-year mistake. Eddie Lacy. All right, similar to the story with I drafted him. I think it was his rookie year. He did really good. I drafted him. He did bad the first 2 weeks. I dropped him. Then my dad picked him up, and my dad made the playoffs instead of me, basically because of him. And then the next year, I drafted him in the first round, and I had him all year, but he sucked. So Eddie Lacy, I'll never forget you.
Nate. Oh, I was about to say, Nate, you're running out of time here.
Yeah. I clicked the wrong button and drafted somebody that's on IR.
I know that.
Oh no.
I have a friend who his biggest mistake was definitely the year after C.J. Anderson had that career year, he drafted C.J. Anderson in the first round that year that he sucked.
Oh my God! I can't believe C.J. Anderson would have been drafted in the first round. That was
so weird to think about.
I know.
Yeah. Why do I want to
Trent Richardson? Remember him? He was in the first round.
Oh yeah, I remember him.
Payne.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Peyton Hill. I actually had Peyton Hillis. I had him the year he did really good. The year he made the Madden cover. I had him that year actually. Guess I'll go Robert Woods here. A lot of receivers to pick from. It's always a crapshoot.
Yeah. I got lucky with Eddie Lacy. I got him his rookie year, last pick of the draft.
Oh yeah.
You kept him. I gave up on him too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
and
listen, I gave up on Todd Gurley, so don't feel bad. Eric is the best. I'm not sure.
Yeah, Madi knows that. She knows.
Connor calls himself the co-host with the most. So
I know. I was actually going back through and listening some of the because I was kind of slacking on listening to them. This is for Caleb, the Brody Sports Talk season previews. And I heard Sean call himself the host with the most in one of those episodes. Is he trying to steal something from me there?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, dude, Caleb, I've been checking out I'm a big fan of your YouTube videos now that you've been putting out. Like, I think that's a really good idea. You just got to boost your subscribers up, but like the layout looks nice on your videos. Like it's a good layout you've got there. I think you definitely could get a lot more followers and fans if you promote it and get people to subscribe to you, because I think it'd be entertaining to watch and listen to. All right, I'm up here.
All right,
next.
Zach, where are we going here?
All right, I think I've got somebody on my mind here. Nobody else is.
I see Eric took Thielen. He was the other one I was considering at my Robert Woods pick.
Yeah.
Ooh, TJ Hawkinson.
I'm not liking the lecture where the receivers are going in terms of availability here.
Whoa. Baltimore's defense, the first defense off the board.
Ooh.
I avoided 2007 Randy Moss, and thanks for the YouTube shout out. You didn't answer my question about Sean stealing from me. He's calling himself the host with the most. Yeah, avoiding 2007 Randy Moss. That was the year he set the receiving touchdowns record. That was the year the Pats were 18-1. Sorry, Nate.
Honestly, it feels so weird to take two Lions players, but I mean, like, Lions.
They're the only two good ones, so you might as well.
I know.
He said, "I'm putting All right, so thanks for stopping by, Caleb."
All right, yep. Peace
LA
out, man.
LA Rams defense, the second one off the board.
Oh yeah, that was the auto pick.
Who's running and gunning? Is that Red?
That's Red.
Yeah, that's Red.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thought so.
There. I was thinking about taking him.
Yeah. I like his position that he's in, being the starter, so
yeah. That's kind of why I'm also probably he's got the same bye week as Kamara, though. I don't like that. I was thinking about taking Mike Davis, but now seeing that he's got actually, I can take this guy, and I know he's a number one running back, Myles Gaskin.
Yeah, I knew you were going to take him.
I didn't see him for a second, but I was like, well, because that was the thing with Davis is that because this is only my third running back, and I was like, damn, I can't have someone who has the same bye week as Kamara. Like, that's not.
Yeah, as a starter.
Yeah.
Oh, Nate.
Oh my God!
Nate
taking the homer pick with
Wow.
Tom Brady.
Who could have seen that coming?
Crazy stuff there.
Hey, he's not on the Patriots anymore, right?
I see Joseph took Washington's defense.
Nate, isn't it week 4 when the Bucks go to New England?
It is.
How are you gonna deal with that? Like, if Brady throws to Gronk a touchdown, like, what's your emotion gonna be?
Oh man,
that's gonna be wild. I don't know. Like, I feel like that game, I'm gonna be happy. I guess whoever wins.
Yeah.
Like, I can't hate. Obviously, I'm sure they're gonna have some kind of cool video tribute or something. But
I'm sure you'd still be rooting for the Patriots, though. Like,
oh yeah.
You got to even when it's your old players, you still got to root for your team to win that game.
It's just gonna be so weird seeing like Belichick on the other side of the field with Brady. Like,
yeah, it's gonna be like bizarre.
Also, I want to see a reporter ask Belichick the question, "Who's the best quarterback you've ever played against?" Because he said Peyton Manning's the best QB he's ever coached against. And he's never coached against Brady, so now that he's going to coach against Brady, is he going to change that? Because they have I don't even know if it's love-hate, but it's like, I feel like it was a good relationship, and then it became all about egos with them. Like, each wanted to have more credit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like it gets all in every sports dynasty, like with Phil Jackson and Michael Jordan and stuff, like, but.
Jerry Jeudy.
I'm happy with that because there's two guys that I really want, and I'm guaranteed to get one of them now.
Do you have a quarterback yet?
I don't know.
Let's see, I know I'm looking at the ADPs here, and Russell Wilson's got the highest ADP that hasn't gone yet.
Yeah.
I guess
that roster is like such a dumpster, though.
I know.
Like, I guess he still has DK, but who's gonna block for him?
Guess it's about time I made a homer pick.
There you go.
You like him over Claypool?
Yeah, I think so. I think because Claypool's definitely more of like a big, strong, deep threat, whereas Johnson's going to get all the underneath routes and everything. So
That's true, especially
as
for
long
like
as
PPR.
yeah, so Claypool's definitely like they're definitely the two to get. Like I wouldn't want to get Juju over either of them.
Oh no.
Well,
TikTok
speaking
man.
of Claypool, I think I'm gonna take him.
Well,
Dang.
Guess when I'm watching. Oh, Eric got Herbert. Guess I know when I'm watching Steelers Colt.
Alan, what are you doing?
Oh no.
Alan.
Oh my God, guys, we just needed to process that for a second.
Oh boy.
Alan, he's not even like. Is he
You
actually
know,
on the
so-
Cardinals team? It says Arizona.
They say he is.
Alan.
I've not heard that name in ages.
Alan,
Russell
why?
Wilson's still there.
Bruh. Alan, you're my bro. You're my best friend. But come on, dude. What were you thinking?
Russell Wilson,
I
Matthew
know what was-
Stafford still on the board. Like
I'd take
I gotta know
Deshaun
what was
Watson
going-
for that.
I
Yeah.
don't know what's going through your head there with that one. Oh man.
oh
Where
dear.
does that? Eric? Where does that rank on like most unexpected Allen draft picks of all time?
That is the craziest thing, Alan. That is the craziest pick I've ever seen you make. Like,
Dang.
and we've been playing fantasy football a long time together. Like, even before this Clutch Crew League,
Alan-
I played
yeah.
fantasy football with Alan for probably close to 10 years now, and I have never seen that before. Like,
Alan, we need a chat explanation for that.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I agree.
like did
We
you
need a
miss
story.
click
What's the
somehow,
story
or-
here?
Let's see here. I want to go running back, but which one? Guess I will go. Mhm. All these running backs are all in like freaking committees. That's the problem.
Gonna take the former Tar Heel.
No, I'm probably gonna go Chase Edmonds. He said he didn't. You didn't know that Colt McCoy was. Wait, you didn't know
Yeah,
what?
he was like way down on the bottom of the list. He had to have been like
I was about to say because like Russell Wilson and Matthew Stafford and Ryan Tannehill are all still there.
Trevor Lawrence, Burrow, any
Yeah.
starter quarterback.
yeah.
Even some backups, probably. It's okay, man.
Yeah, you know, we all make mistakes, so you know.
Let's see where Nate's going to go here. Robbie Anderson.
Yep.
Got that Sam Darnold connection.
That's it. So I was thinking.
Oh, we're back to the same thing from last night with Yahoo being really high on AJ Dillon.
Oh yeah,
Oh really?
yeah. They have
Yeah.
him as like 74 on their X rank.
But his
He
his
won't go
80,
until
but his
like,
ADP is 104.
He
Yeah,
didn't even get drafted in our draft last night. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't think he did.
Which was like
Honestly,
120 something picks.
unless like Jones gets hurt, I don't see why he would. I mean, play enough to be draftable.
That's the thing, because unless they're saying that he's going to get like goal line touches, we could have asked Caleb, but he's not here anymore. That's my only thought as to why I would think that they would be high on him is like thinking that he's going to get goal line touches and like steal touchdowns off of Aaron Jones, but I don't see that happening.
No, like as far as real football goes, like he's be a great backup running back, but like why would you draft him right now? I don't.
Yeah.
Don't see that
Jarvis
reason.
Landry. Is Beckham still on the board?
He is.
Yeah, he is.
That's actually the first time I've seen Landry go before Beckham this year. Even though I think that's probably a better pick, it's the first time I've seen it this year. Because of course everyone's still really like, Odell Beckham's like the greatest receiver in the world.
He caught a catch with one hand that one time.
Yeah.
That one-handed
Honestly.
one-time catch in 2013 or whatever it was. Like,
Against the Cowboys.
yeah, and that they lost the game.
Yeah, they didn't even-
People
they
forget
actually-
that they lost that game.
Wasn't that didn't your dad, Zach, your dad was the one who actually picked up Odell Beckham Jr. in his rookie year
Yeah,
in the family
had
league.
him. Yeah, he did.
Nate going kicker.
Wow.
Yeah, true, Nate. You always name your team after a player on your team. Do you have any ideas with like who you have on your team so far, of what you might make your team name be? Let's go look at
I don't know.
pull up
That was a
Nathan's quality
good
team.
question. I have to.
You could
Go
do
for the
like
roster there
you could
and-
do like you got CD Lamb. You could do like CD's Dubs or something like that.
Yeah,
CD's
Lamb is a
Dubs.
good one.
Dalvin
true.
Cook, cooking up some dubs like.
Cooking up some dubs.
Ooh.
Everything's with dubs.
Or you
Yeah.
could, I mean, since you have Brady, you could call it the GOAT Squad.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
a good
true
one.
too.
You got some good possibilities here, man. Like I'm
Don't
liking,
worry.
They got
I'm
some
liking your
useful
name.
names.
I will
this
say
year.
one thing for Nate is I'm looking like at your team, and it's looking like you might be taking an L in week 7 because CD Lamb, Dalvin Cook, and Najee Harris are all on bye.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
where
got a lot
like I always try to plan out the bye week aspect.
My thing is like I always try to think to myself like there's always going to be one week usually where like you're just going to have to accept that you're probably going to take an L because people are going to be on bye. I think I had that last year. Surprisingly, I somehow won that week, but like I thought I was going to lose because like Kamara, Tyler Lockett, like Josh Allen, and someone else were like all on bye, and I was like, okay, I'm probably taking the L this week, but I still won somehow.
Oh. Yeah.
Rojo. I'm surprised you took Rojo before Leonard Fournette, Zach.
I heard the Star Goddess tell me that based on the astrological signs of the two, that Ronald Jones is going to be the starter.
Wow.
I promise you. I swear. It's actually a thing. I guess he's
that's right. The Tampa has that. I forgot about that.
Yeah, she's the Star Goddess, and she.
I forgot about that.
Okay, I'm up again here. All right.
I mean, he was supposed to be the starter last year, so and he kind of was until the playoffs.
Yeah, until the playoffs.
When
He got
Fournette
hurt.
was. Yeah. So he was the starter last year before.
I did get Fournette in the family league, so I got myself covered either way, I guess. In 2 different leagues.
Odell's still on the board, Zach.
Not sure who to take, so I'm just gonna go ahead and grab him. He won't be there when I pick again.
T-Law. I mean,
Yeah.
I think he might have been there, but
I don't know. Would Eric have taken him?
I've already got 2 quarterbacks.
Oh, you do?
yeah,
Okay.
he's got Herbert and Wilson.
Yeah, I took them back to back. If I hadn't gotten a second quarterback, then I would have taken Trevor. Yes, but
I will say Eric's the reason why I got Stafford because I was planning on taking Wilson right before that, but then I was like, I mean, I'll take Matthew Stafford. I'm not too concerned. I mean, I've still got Josh Allen as the starter, so let's see if Eric's gonna do something to snipe me here.
Probably not, but
Probably not. When you get this late in the draft, snipes hardly happen. Ooh, Eric going with San
Okay.
Francisco's defense. Well,
Good,
you had the
good.
same idea as me, but not the same team I was looking at here. So I've got Tampa Bay's defense in quite a few leagues this year.
yeah,
I do
I know
too. I feel like.
Well, in the podcast league, I know we have Washington's defense. I'm excited for that podcast league, man. Like I think we drafted a bomb team in that league.
Yeah. But
One
like you guys said
kicker.
earlier, it's just going to be so weird with the amount of leagues that we're in, like basically like we're gonna be in like every situation like rooting against and for certain players. Like
Yeah,
For sure.
having a player in one league and going up against them in another, like
Yeah, that's definitely going to happen a lot.
I think what'll happen is just like whatever leagues you end up being good in are going to be the leagues that you root for to win. You know?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
For
I mean,
midway.
that's probably going to be me with like the best ball league. I kind of don't care about my team in the best ball league because it's not very good.
But you can't change it either. So
right,
no,
so that's the thing. That's why I'm like, I'm pretty sure that league's going to be the one that I give up on first.
Hopefully it's not guillotine week 1.
Well, thankfully,
Bruh.
I don't think it should be that. And thankfully for that
Yeah.
one, I'm going to get like second choice of waivers.
Well, I thought the waivers on that are blind bids.
It's money, but like if there's like a tie on the money, then I break the tie. So that's going to be interesting though with the money.
Yeah, I kind of like that blind bid in. Like,
Ooh, Nate's going Devontae Smith.
Yep.
Casey's defense, really?
What?
Why?
What are you doing?
There's Pittsburgh out there.
Pittsburgh, Indianapolis, New England, like come on, Cleveland.
I know you guys live over there by them, but man, I would not have picked the Chiefs.
So yeah, Pittsburgh, Denver, Cleveland, New England, Buffalo's defense is still here too. Like a lot of better defenses available.
All right, I want to do a little. Let's see.
I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with my last few picks here.
Actually, I need a.
I mean, I still need a kicker, so there's that. But Alan said I'm dropping that one player. Yeah, please drop Colt McCoy. He's not going to help your team whatsoever.
No, yeah, that
should be the first drop.
Yeah, that was not a good pick there, Alan.
All right, Zach. There goes Pittsburgh's defense. Antonio Brown.
Feels like ages ago that he was on the Steelers. Like
I know. I mean, it kind of is.
Because he's on his like third team since that. But
Allen got his second defense with the Denver Broncos.
Ooh.
Yeah, Alan likes to do the like matchup defense strategy.
I mean, honestly, if you don't get like a top tier defense, that's honestly not a bad idea. Because if you get someone like Tampa Bay or Washington or someone like that, then like you're just going to play them every week. But if you don't have
Baltimore and Denver are two pretty good ones too. So like they're both reliable. So
I don't know, man. It's so funny as the weeks go on. I get less and less like I don't know if I could ever call myself a believer in them, but I'm less and less believing in the Ravens doing good this year. Like I don't know.
Oh, really?
Well, they have no wide receivers besides Hollywood Brown, who's not a wide receiver one. They have no pass rush for the most part because they let Judon and Jan go and didn't really sign anyone. Like, they have a rookie, but, like, that's it. And, of course, now J.K. Dobbins is hurt. Like, I'm honestly thinking about, like, moving the Ravens down in my division picks.
But they got Alejandro Villanueva, man.
Alejandro.
Sorry, I think I might be stealing this person from Zach. Sorry.
No, it's fine. Actually, I have enough running backs. I have to get a kicker anyways. So.
Yeah, I need to get a kicker, so that's my last pick.
Only thing I don't have yet.
But yeah, so no, like I said, I mean, it'll be interesting. It may not be one of those things where they fall below the Steelers, but like their seeding in the playoffs, I think they're gonna barely scrape in. Like it's looking more and more likely to me that Cleveland is gonna be the outright winner. Like
I'm fully confident in that.
Yeah, because I'm just like the Ravens, they're just looking worse and worse every week for me.
Yeah.
And honestly, in my mind, it's like it's only a matter of time before they figure out Lamar Jackson. Like that offense is going to be so one-dimensional with the run game.
I mean,
like,
I think it already is. Like,
right?
Yeah.
Well,
it's
I mean,
already so one-dimensional.
Yeah, so Joseph, your last two picks in your first draft with us. I thought it was so funny how Eric was like, "Oh, we should do this like by the draft order," and like so since Joseph's new, he'd get the first pick. Well, he got the first pick anyway.
Yeah. Eric, is that a coincidence or?
No, I don't have.
I know.
I don't even like tell it to do it. It doesn't do it until the draft room opens. So like no one can know until 30 minutes before the draft starts.
There's Nate. Your MVP prediction just went at pick 112.
Oh yeah.
Big.
It's funny because all of me, Zach, and Eric's MVP picks went way earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine went in the second round. So like,
I've got.
Well,
my
yours was the
MVP
first
pick.
one, Eric.
Yeah, and my MVP pick is on my team, so you know.
That's true. Backing up your prediction there.
I mean, he's the only league I could get him in because in the Superflex leagues he went before my pick because I had such late picks in both of those.
Come on, Joseph.
Come on, man.
You got one pick left here, man.
Zach Ertz.
Wow. Did Goddard? Oh yeah, I picked Goddard.
Yeah,
right?
Goddard went.
Yeah.
That's one thing that thankfully when you have like Kelsey, you don't have to worry about backup tight ends.
Yeah, you really don't. If you do, your season's over because it means you got hurt. Like
right.
Yeah.
Ramondre. Actually, I think Caleb talked about him being a fantasy sleeper in the Patriots.
I've heard about he's been like the next James Robinson or something like that.
Yeah, it's like I think Damian. I mean, obviously no one knows the Pats ever, but like I think Damian Harris is gonna be the number one guy. But like this Ramondre guy like is very like talented. I feel like just like fast, and he's like 230, I think. So it's like if he gets enough touches, he could be good.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Tyler Bass, Ryan Suckup.
Dang, Eric, you took Suckup from me, and Connor took Bass from me. So.
you still got Greg the leg on the board there.
He misses so much though now. He's not like he was a couple years ago.
Well, your choices are
Robbie Gould. He still plays. Oh my god! I forgot he was even alive. Like
you've also got
Robbie solid gold, bro.
You've also got Matt Gay and Rodrigo Blankenship.
Me and my friends have been drafting him since 2006.
Dude, I remember.
Gonna get Mr. Irrelevant here. What's Allen gonna do?
Jason Myers, interesting.
Oh, Zach, you picked him again. Oh my god, dude.
He's a Pro Bowler with the Seahawks, then. Like,
let's see. Allen's final pick was Jamal Williams.
Dang, he made that. I didn't even see that.
I know it never comes up. That's a
okay.
Like Yahoo.
Like, wait a minute.
Paul's phenomenal team.
All right, so you want to let's look over these teams here. So Nate with Tom Brady, CeeDee Lamb, Mike Evans, Dalvin Cook, Najee Harris, Mark Andrews, Saquon Barkley, Josh Jacobs, Brandon Ayuk, Robbie Anderson, Jonnu Smith, Devontae Smith, Ramondre Stevenson, Harrison Butker, and the Patriots defense.
I will say if Saquon Barkley can get back to form, having him as your flex is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm hoping.
Nice. I'll give this a solid B, I think.
I'll give Nate a B plus.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
nice.
B plus.
All right, so in my team we got Josh Allen, Tyreek Hill, Terry McLaurin, Alvin Kamara, David Montgomery, Travis Kelce, Robert Woods, Myles Gaskin, Deontay Johnson, Chase Edmonds, Matthew Stafford, Cortland Sutton, Devin Singletary, Tyler Bass, and Tampa's defense.
I'm going to give this an A. This is pretty good. This looks
like
a team to beat.
Yeah.
I was debating between A and A minus because you got a top receiver, top running back, and top tight end, and top three quarterback probably. So like
that is true.
That's a pretty good team.
Right, well rounded.
Thank you. All right, the finance gurus with Eric. We have Justin Herbert, Stephon Diggs, Allen Robinson, Derrick Henry, Antonio Gibson, Kyle Pitts, Gus the Bus Edwards, Adam Thielen, Darrell Henderson, Russell Wilson, Jamar Chase, Melvin Gordon, Laviska Shenault, Ryan Suckup, and San Francisco's defense. I will say, for Eric's team, I know definitely going to be looking at a couple young people here looking to break out on this team.
Yeah, like Pitts
and Chase, Herbert in his second year.
I'm going to give
it his second year.
Couldn't have been the best like wide receiver duo though.
Yeah, Diggs and Robinson's very good.
League, but it's a very good pair.
I'll give it a B plus.
I'm probably going to give it a B in my opinion.
Yeah, I'd say B plus too.
Okay. And finally, Zach's cool team.
That will be changed.
With Lamar Jackson, Devontae Adams, Justin Jefferson, Austin Eckler, James Robinson, TJ Hawkinson, Julio Jones, DeAndre Swift, Chase Claypool, Kareem Hunt, Rojo, Trevor Lawrence, Dallas Goedert, Jason Myers, and Pittsburgh's defense. I will say Zach definitely has another a good receiving pair too here with Devontae and Jefferson. I'd probably say B plus.
Yeah, it's like hard to tell. Like obviously everyone's team that looks good going into the.
I know.
Yeah.
It's like none of us got
until the injuries start.
Especially in an 18 league, like nobody has a bad roster really.
See, Jojo 1098 said this is my first time fantasy league. Might be meh. Is that Joseph, Eric?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's take a look at Joseph's team. Let's see here. Let's see what kind of grade we'd give you. Let's see. Kyler Murray, DK Metcalf. Yeah, that's a good receiving pair. DK Metcalf and DeAndre Hopkins. Christian McCaffrey, Miles Sanders, George Kittle, Tyler Lockett, Deebo Samuel, Tyler Boyd, Jarvis Landry, Raheem Mostert, Baker Mayfield, Zach Ertz, Younghoe, and Washington's defense. This I would say A minus if it wasn't for the fact that you're really thin at running back with just McCaffrey, Sanders, and Mostert. So I'd probably say B plus because the rest of it, the receivers and the quarterback are great.
Yeah,
it's just a little thin at running back. Allen, rate Allen's team. Let's see here.
Everybody wants a team rating, I guess.
I mean, I'm fine with that. So I will say, Allen, your Colt McCoy pick, unfortunately, is getting an F. But
but we'll rate it based on the rest of the team.
Yeah, we'll eliminate Colt McCoy. So we got Aaron Rodgers, Calvin Ridley, AJ Brown, Chris Carson, Damian Harris, Robert Tonyan, DJ Moore, Matt Ryan, Logan Thomas, Antonio Brown, Jamal Williams, Jason Sanders, and then Baltimore and Denver's defenses. I'll let Eric go first.
I will say you might have reached a little bit on those two wide receivers at first. Like that's still two really good wide receivers. And then I like the Rodgers to Tonyan combo. Like if Tonyan can get a lot of red zone touchdowns, then that's going to bring you a lot of nice points. I think your defenses are good. I like your ability to interchange those based on the matchup. I do worry about your running back position being thin.
Carson,
kind of the similar problem that Joseph has. But other than if we're taking the Colt McCoy pick out of this, I would give this like a B to B plus range, minus the Colt. Like Colt McCoy lowers it.
Yeah,
taking him out, like you'll drop him, get somebody on waivers. That'll make the team better. I'd go like B plus.
Excuse me. To me, minus the Colt McCoy pick, I'd probably say because like I said, I do think he reached a little bit on Ridley and Brown up there when there was still like Diggs and a couple others. So I'd probably say like a B minus, just because like the running back situation just concerns me a little bit with Carson. Like because at least for Joseph, like even though his running back is thin, he still has McCaffrey.
Yeah,
but Carson and Harris and Jamal Williams is really thin at running back.
I will say, Alan, when you drop Colt McCoy, I would definitely pick up a running back with whoever, with that pickup.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see, Red's team was auto-picked, and then Paul we didn't rate his team yet, so.
Yeah. The auto pick's always going to be like, they're going to say it's fine. So let's look at Paul here. Paul looks like another guy who's going to be taking an L week 7 with Nate here with these 3 guys on bye.
What if they play each other,
Yeah, really. All right, so Paul, we have Patrick Mahomes, Keenan Allen, Amari Cooper, Ezekiel Elliott, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Tyler Higbee, Joe Mixon, Mike Davis, Jerry Jeudy, Ryan Tannehill, Trey Sermon, Noah Fant, A.J. Dillon, Marquez Callaway, no kicker, and Kansas City's defense.
Oh, I didn't realize Paul didn't get a kicker.
I thought they made you take kicker, but I guess
they don't do that anymore.
Yeah. I mean, obviously quarterback very strong, Patrick Mahomes.
That's a given. Cooper and Zeke they'll get their points in Dallas.
Yeah. I will say the thing about this team for me is that it looks decent, but this is kind of similar to me, like with some other, like he reached a lot on a lot of these picks. Like I think he took Tyler Higbee too early. Like I think he took Keenan Allen too early. Like, and obviously like Kansas City's defense isn't very good.
Well, he got Keenan Allen at pick 26. I mean, that's not.
Well, from what I saw, like.
That's X rank. I thought that was the pick they got.
No, because where he got him, I'd have to look at it. But I remember like thinking there were some other people available when he took Keenan Allen. Like he took him pretty early.
I can look at the draft results.
That's what I'm looking.
We only got 2 minutes left here. Oh, you got him at pick 19.
Yeah, he took him, but like and after that was Kelsey, Gibson, Taylor, like. And then, like, I think mainly like Jefferson and Allen, I think you can interchange. But before Kelsey, like, I think that was a big no-no.
Kelsey passing up on Kelsey there was the problem.
Yeah, I'd give it like a B, I guess, for Paul.
Yeah, it's still not. Yeah. It's not like oh, this is a bad team or anything. But
no.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, that was a good draft, everybody.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Let's look at these matchups for week 1 here for the Clutch Crew League. So we have myself and Eric playing each other week 1. And then we have Alan versus Joseph. Then Red versus Paul and Zach and Nate. So we got the podcasters going head to head week 1.
Wow.
I didn't set that up.
That wasn't set up?
No, I didn't set that up. No,
is that sarcasm? Or?
Nice.
No, I'm serious.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm serious.
I didn't set I didn't set up matchups. I just let it generate whatever.
All right.
Probably because we were the first 4 to join. I think usually the first matchup.
Well, no, Nate was the last to join. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Nate didn't get in right away. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a crazy coincidence right there. But crazy, Joseph, the first-time drafter, is currently projected to get the highest score. Obviously, I know those aren't going to always be, fully accurate, but still, like, that's a good start.
I mean, I've got one roster change I'm going to make week 1 anyway because David Montgomery's got a date with the Rams, so he's going to get swapped out for Chase Edmonds, who gets a much better date with Tennessee.
Nate, you're going down week 1. I'm just telling you now.
I think he's telling you now.
Just like in fantasy basketball. You beat me one time though. I think I went 2-1 against you, so you didn't get I didn't get the
like
sweep.
That, yeah.
I mean, I will say, I at least hold the distinction of being the only person to beat Eric in that fantasy basketball league.
Yeah, that's true.
That was insane. That how good you were, Eric.
I'm technically a 2-time defending champion now, going from the basketball to football last year too. So yeah, y'all got some work to do to take me down.
That basketball team you drafted, like that was crazy because you had like
I had Giannis,
you had Russ, you had Giannis,
Embiid.
You had Embiid, and you had Julius Randle too, who like broke out last year. Like,
yeah, that was I was intending on getting. Yes, Alan Colt. Yeah, Colt McCoy.
Yeah, drop Colt McCoy.
Give it to him, dude. He's like a 3rd string quarterback. Yeah, I was pretty fortunate with how my how that draft went. Honestly, Russ would have done even more if he hadn't sat out so many back-to-backs. Like, he was the second highest scorer, but he would have been first by a mile if he had played more of those games. But yeah, I'll never have a fantasy sports team in any sport as good as that ever again. I'll be shocked. I mean, if I do, obviously it won't be you won't be hearing any complaints. But
yeah.
You know, but I'll be shocked if I ever have a team that good ever again. So, yeah, and then of course I took granted last year's football league didn't go according to plan with the players that we had in it and everything, but I still won.
Yeah. Alrighty, guys. Well, I think that'll cover the draft part for tonight pretty well. So once again, good draft to everybody. Glad we could get 7 people in the draft. Always good to see a high participation number in that. So that's good. So I guess, Connor, if you just want to move over to the slides and you can just kind of put up that slide number 33.
Anyone who was watching just got a spoiler for the podcast tomorrow looking at one of those slides.
Yeah. Don't look, guys. Close your eyes. No, just kidding.
No peeking.
But yeah, so this will just be now just time for like Q&A. If you have any questions, I'm not sure how many people are in here, but we'll just kind of bring up our own topics
right now.
Okay. We should Eric, do you mind throwing the link to Jackson on Instagram if you haven't already? I don't know if you did or not already, but could you do that or?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
Let me go into OBS and I'm gonna turn off my webcam actually because I want to lay down. My back's hurting.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
There we go. Looking forward to this league.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I'm excited. It's gonna be fun. Oh, it feels better to lay backwards.
Yeah,
Joseph,
enjoy yourself, Connor.
Joseph or Alan, do you have any football questions for us?
Yeah, we'd be happy to answer. I mean, if not, then I could say we could go ahead with kind of the topic that I brought up about the Ravens. Like, what are y'all thinking about for them? Like,
man,
well, yeah, go ahead.
Here's the deal. I think they'll still. I would give it like a 70% chance they make the playoffs, but I just don't think they're gonna win in the playoffs. Like, they might win a game, like a wild card game, but I just don't see them going far in the playoffs. Like, but I do still think that they'll make the playoffs. I mean, they play the Bengals twice. They should beat them those games. They play looks like the NFC North, which isn't too terribly difficult as a division. But they have had the injury bug, obviously, with Gus Edwards, and I think Rashad Bateman's still hurt. I don't know when he's coming back, or if he's coming back. But I still see the Ravens as a playoff team. I mean, until they don't, because 2 years ago, I mean, that was their big season where they only lost like 2 or 3 games. And then Tennessee upset them in the first round. That was just 2 years ago. I still think most of that team is intact and still good enough to get the playoffs, but I just don't see them winning in the playoffs, especially against Cleveland, Baltimore, KC.
Baltimore's not going to beat themselves. Let's see. Joseph says, what's y'all thought about NFC division? Do you see a repeat of last year or improvement? Which
division, Joseph? I think you forgot. Yeah, you forgot a key word there. But yeah, I guess while we're waiting on that, like I'm pretty much in agreement with Zach. Like for me, it's not. I think the Baltimore Ravens are going to make the playoffs. I think they're going to be great or anything. But for me, I'm not worried about the Steelers or Bengals challenging them. Like, I think they should be able to get second in their division pretty easily. And then there's 3 wild card spots now, and like most of the teams in the AFC South, I don't envision being very good. The AFC East could be interesting, but with AFC West outside of Kansas City, there's really no telling like what's going to happen. So I think Baltimore should be able to secure a playoff spot, probably like the 6 or 7 seed or something. But then like Zach said, I don't see him getting past the first round. Let's see, Joseph still hasn't responded to that yet.
Yeah, so
I think he's looking right now too. So hopefully he'll be able to get back to us soon on that one. But Alan, do you have any questions or anything?
I will say, I think what he might be referring to the NFC East. Do you know?
He is an Eagles fan, so
yeah, I think he might, because he talks about repeat of last year or improvement. So, because obviously, I mean, there's not really improvement needed in any of the other divisions. So, I mean, with the NFC East, I'd probably say that like I do think it's going to improve a little bit. Like, I don't see a repeat of last year where like someone's going to make the playoffs with a losing record. Like, I think that's out of the question. Like, I still think the Giants are going to be bad. I still think the Eagles are going to be bad. Despite, I mean, like, I know this is opposite to what they said on Brody Sports Talk. I know in their Eagles preview, they had the Eagles, at least Derek and Sean. I mean, Sean's an Eagles fan, but
yeah,
I know Derek, he thinks that the Eagles are going to get double-digit wins, which I don't see that happening at all. Like, I don't think Jalen Hurts is the answer. I think like Miles Sanders is a really inconsistent running back. You know, the defense has questions. Like, I just think, I don't know. I think we're going to see a repeat of last year crumbling. Also, new head coach, new system. Like, it's going to be a rough year for the Eagles. But I do see like the Washington football team and Dallas both having improvements. Like, you know, Washington, they have an upgrade. I mean, it's not a huge upgrade, but they have an upgraded quarterback now. Like, that whole trio they had going on with Haskins and Allen and Alex Smith was like really crazy and not good. So at least having like a guy who's gonna, you know, having Fitzpatrick is a bit of an upgrade. And also like that defense is going to carry them to a lot of wins. I mean, you know, I think we saw it last year, especially with the, you know, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You know, we live in this world in the NFL that it's like every year we keep talking about, oh, offense. Like, this is where it is. And then every year we get proven wrong again that defense is what wins championships, because the Buccaneers really showed that in the Super Bowl. So, and then obviously Dallas is going to have everyone healthy. So I definitely see improvement. There's not going to be a losing record team in the playoffs this year.
No, that's for sure. I have a hot take for the Eagles. Joseph, I'm going to say at some point this season, you will see Gardner Minshew on the field as a starter for him. I'm saying it, at some point you will see that. And I think he'll go like 500, and then you guys are going to be in a dilemma, like as a fan base, like, oh, do we want to stick with him or do we want to draft a quarterback? Like, but I think you guys are set up really well with your draft capital to move up in the draft next year to get a QB. Now, just from what it looks like, I think Bryce Young is going to be probably one of the top quarterbacks in the draft. But I mean, there's question marks about all the top QBs in college right now. This 2022 QB draft class is not going to be like last year's, in my opinion. And so then you always wonder in the back of your mind, what about Deshaun Watson? I think the Eagles are a top 3 landing spot for him if he ever gets, you know, legally able to play again. Like, I think I think the Eagles have the draft picks to make the trade with the Texans for that to happen, and they're not in the same conference. So I think the Texans would want to make a trade with the Eagles so they don't see him again as much. But then you also have Minshew in there too. I think Minshew's going to end up playing. I think the Eagles will be a mess ultimately, end up with a top 5 draft pick. I don't think they end up with the number 1 pick, but I'm going to say top 5 draft pick. The division as a whole has gotten better, and it will get more wins than last year, but it's still, in my opinion, the worst in the NFL.
Well, so before I go to, I guess I'll go to Nate next since he hasn't really spoken. But in response to Allen with Seattle and Carolina defense not being there, Carolina's got an okay defense, but you should be glad that you're not picking up Seattle's defense, because that defense is trash. So
it's not like it used to be, Allen.
Yeah, I don't
think no more Legion of Boom, you know.
So Nate, what do you think about the NFC East this year? You think it's going to be better?
Oh,
He might be.
You're probably on mute.
Well, Eric, what do you think?
You might have just gone to the bathroom or something.
NFC East this year.
Yeah, I mean, you guys pretty much hit the nail on the head, and I pretty much think Washington's gonna win the division pretty easily. I see them getting more wins than they got last year. I don't see this being a division where a 7-10 team or 8-9 team or something is gonna win the division and get a playoff spot. I think Washington will get it pretty easily. Dallas, even though their defense is still bad, they're definitely going to win more games with having a healthy Dak back. They should have more of their O linemen back and things like that. So they'll be better. And then the Giants, I think, will be okay. Eagles, for Joseph's sake, I worry about them, but I don't think the Eagles are going to do that good. But the division as a whole will be slightly better than last year, but in my mind, it probably still will be the worst division overall, but they have a chance to maybe not be the worst, if that makes sense.
Well, I will say, I think if there's a contender for what's going to be the worst division, in my opinion, I think the AFC South might be challenging them for that this year.
Yeah,
if there's a division that can challenge them for that, I think the AFC South would be it. Because obviously Houston's in the trash can right now, and then the Colts are looking worse every day. You don't know what's going to happen. The Jaguars could do good, they could do bad. Who knows what's going to happen there? Tennessee is the only proven team in that division right now.
That's for sure.
So is Nate here? Because I know you wanted to ask him about the Patriots cutting Cam Newton.
Yeah, I just got back. I went to the bathroom real quick. But
see, you were right.
I was right. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay, Nate. We carried the conversation, but I want to ask you, Nate, to start out with just how shocked were you about Cam Newton being cut? And then tell me if you think it's a good move or a bad move, and then kind of where do you think Mac Jones is going to fall as a rookie compared to the others? Because none of us expected him to be starting week 1 now, and he is. So what's your expectations for him, and how surprised were you by the cut decision?
Yeah, so I was pretty surprised. I'm not surprised that Mac got the starting job after the preseason, but I am surprised they let go of Cam, just because if Mac if he gets hurt, or if it does end up being too big, for him right away, it's I think Cam would have been a solid backup to have, because at the end of the day, worst case scenario, he just comes in and runs the ball and whatever. You can win games that way. But I do see the other point was that, one, I think Cam had the issue of not being vaccinated, and obviously they couldn't come out and say that, with the players union and all that. But it's if Cam gets COVID positive, it's he's out 2 weeks anyway. So it's that's kind of a risk there. And also they're saying something about him being too popular with the locker room, which I kind of could see. Obviously I don't know what goes on behind those doors, but if Mac does come out and plays bad, it's are people going to start being oh, put Cam in, and you got a whole locker room situation? So I can kind of see it. And his contract was so cheap anyways that it's I doubt they're out any cap hit or anything like that. So I was very surprised when it happened, but now having time to think about it kind of makes sense. And your other question about Mac Jones, I think he could be the best rookie quarterback stat wise and win wise, at least year 1. I think he's got the best situation out of all of them. Justin Fields, if he ever gets to see the field in Chicago.
See what you did there.
Yeah. But if they ever see that he's clearly better than Andy Dalton, he's still on a bad roster, I think. And same thing with Trevor Lawrence. I think obviously he's much more talented than Mac, but I think the Jags are in a much more iffy spot. I think he'll do great, but I just think Mac Jones playing in New England with Bill Belichick and that roster. I think he's got the best potential to put up, some decent numbers and make the playoffs. But I mean,
That's
obviously
also
Trevor.
a homer. Yeah, Eric and I both think Lawrence is going to do the best, so we get it.
I think Lawrence is like going to be the best quarterback, but I think obviously the situation as the number 1 overall pick versus number 15 is like it's going to be hard to win games. I guess that's kind of how I was looking at it, but.
Right, so
Eric. Oh wait, hold on. I was gonna ask Eric a question real quick.
Go ahead.
Eric, if you had to pick a landing spot for Cam, where do you think Cam ends up going?
Landing spot for Cam. Oh man, I hadn't really.
Well, I will say,
I know
one of the front runners for that beforehand was the Cowboys, and they picked up someone already. So the Cowboys are out of the running for Cam Newton.
Oh wow, who did the Cowboys pick up?
I can't remember. They picked up. I'll get back to you on that. I'm googling it, but they picked up someone.
Yeah, I don't know about the severity of the Carson Wentz thing, but I don't know if the Colts might look into him. I don't think they will, but they have.
It was Will Grier.
I would have taken Cam Newton over Will Grier, but I don't understand that decision there. Dallas.
The Seahawks took Jake Luton.
Yeah. That I was shocked Jake Luton got picked up too, but So Dallas was crossing my mind until Connor said that, so I guess that's not going to happen. I'm trying to think. I mean, maybe Houston should look into him. I mean, they don't I don't know. Do you really trust Tyrod Taylor? I'd be willing to give
Houston. Yeah,
I'd be willing to give Cam Newton a shot if I was Houston. Those are the first couple ones that are crossing my mind. I don't know if you guys have any other thoughts on that, on where honestly, in my opinion, though, especially with guys like Will Grier and Jake Luton are getting picked up for some reason, and it's so close to the season now, he may not even get picked up this season, honestly, because he barely got picked up before New England picked him up last year. He wasn't getting picked up by anybody. Nobody was taking him.
He may not get picked up until someone has an injury or something this season.
Yeah,
that's why I think possibly a dark horse could be the Bengals, because they have no their backup quarterback situation is terrible, and Burrow's he hasn't played much at all in the preseason. He's still got that injury going on. I think there's
the Bengals still don't have an O-line.
They don't have an O-line. Yeah, it's Burrow, I feel could be very. I don't know. I'm starting to lose faith a little bit in the Bengals with just that situation there with I think Burrow's going to be great, but I just worry about his health potentially, and then Newton could go there, I think, but yeah, I don't know. I think he does go on a team. I just don't know which one. But you're right. Nate makes the point about the vaccination thing. That could be a big deal to teams if he's not vaccinated and has to follow a lot more rules. And
you don't know if he's going to follow them. But I mean, I do know another sleeper team. Well, I don't know if they're sleeper. They've been talked about, but this would be against what everyone wants from what I've seen. But I think the Steelers could have a shot to pick him up too, because it's just we've seen what we have in the preseason with the quarterbacks, and neither Haskins or Rudolph really played that good. And honestly, if I was the Steelers, what I would try and do is I still think Dwayne Haskins has more upside than Rudolph does. So what I would do is I would try to see if I could sign Cam to one of those minimum 1-year deals, whatever they want to give him that's really small, and then try and trade Mason Rudolph, because if Roethlisberger gets hurt, which is another kind of a similar thing with Burrow, which could be very likely, then I think having someone like Cam Newton be on the team is what they need, I think, in my opinion. Although Allen wants him to come back to Carolina.
I'm going to say that's probably not going to happen.
Yeah,
I mean, I think it would make sense. If the fact that if he had never had any association with Carolina, I would say sure, but
yeah, because Sam Darnold is, and his backup is PJ Walker, who was from the XFL. So
yeah.
Well, I
All
will
right,
say,
so you want to show up the draft grades now?
I've got the draft grades up here. I got the notification from Yahoo. So obviously, yours truly, S tier with an A- draft grade. Looks like my biggest steal was David Montgomery, and my biggest reach was Matthew Stafford, even though it was only 12 picks earlier. I'm not sure why that's a what am I trying to say here? Why that's a reach, but A- for me.
Surprised you didn't get S tier on here. Great.
Led by a pair of Chiefs, S tier have a nasty squad with championship aspirations. So
Nasty
they
squad.
well, so it looks like where is it that they put on here? They usually put on here like what they think your record's gonna be. Like what they think you're. Oh, here we go. So it says that it thinks I'm gonna be 12-2 and win the league, according to Yahoo. So,
Hell.
although I've also had. I will say. The reason why I say this is because I said this the other night when I was looking at the Yahoo draft grades. I said it to Kayla that if I had $1 for every time, well, okay, I shouldn't say $1 because we haven't had the league that many years. If I had like $50 or $100 for every time that Zach's dad got a really good draft grade and then ended up sucking, like I'd be pretty rich. So. Because I swear every year your dad gets like an A- and then ends up missing the playoffs. Like,
yeah.
So
he told me I think this is the first time he's had the highest draft grade.
Yeah.
Though. He's like, I got the highest one this time for the first time. Let's go. Like that's what he was like.
Well, hey, I will say Yahoo was right about me last year in the family league. It had me winning and with the best draft, and that happened. So
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like Zach got a B, with DeAndre Swift being his biggest steal and James Robinson being his biggest reach, which I kind of saw that one coming because I know. I think
it gave me a bad grade because it said I reached on James Robinson last night and
right. So that's what I said. That I figured out. Says despite a few stretch picks, Zach's cool team will likely reach the playoffs. It has Zach resulting in a 4th place 7-7 record. Interesting.
Wow. So they think this league's going to be heavily like there's going to be a lot of teams like at 500 records because if I'm 4th place with 7-7, then that means like maybe there's a couple of really good teams, a couple of really bad, and then a bunch in the middle or something. I don't know.
Well, it has Joseph finishing 2nd with 11-3. So let me see what it says for Red, who's got the other B grade. It says he's going to be 9-5. So. I don't know, but let's go over to Eric here with a C+.
Yahoo has not liked me this year. Like that's 2 C+ in a row.
Says that despite a few value picks, finance gurus are good enough to barely miss playoffs. It's got you finishing 7-7 in 5th place, so it's got you losing out to Zach on points in the playoff fight. With Darrell Henderson being your best pick and Gus Edwards being your biggest reach pick. But I think that one is a bit wrong just because like they still have J.K. Dobbins' ADP like pretty high.
Because of that, similar to the James Robinson thing with the ETN.
Right.
Like it's the same thing. So
so
screw you, Yahoo.
And then Nate over here with a C.
Ooh.
Nate.
Nate, how many C's did you get in college? This has to be the first one.
Well, it says in spite of a set of monster running backs, Nathan's quality team have nowhere to go but up.
Oh God!
Well, it's funny because it says that you're going to be 6-8, which would like be right below Eric in 6th. So, I'll have to.
I like the win.
I'll have to look and see what they give Alan and Paul. Because it says Jacobs was your biggest steal, but Jonnu Smith was your biggest reach. Because let's see.
I took Jonnu Smith in like the 8th round.
Well, it says that. It says
12th round.
It seems everyone considers themselves the next extra these days, so there's no telling where you got the idea to draft Smith with the 7th pick of the 12th round, about 4 rounds earlier. I'm not sure about that either, but
yeah.
All right, so right now Yahoo has it at me first, Joseph second, Red third, Zach fourth, Eric fifth, Nate sixth. Then let's look at Paul and Alan here. It's got Paul 3 and 11. Oh dear. And then it's got Alan over here at 1 and 13. Oh no.
Alan, that's not a good look.
Let's see what they say about Colt McCoy.
Okay, going out on a limb, did you lose a bet? We're not sure why else you would choose McCoy with the first pick in the 10th round about 5 rounds earlier. McCoy is projected to score 0 fantasy points this season with the Cardinals.
Did you lose a bet, Alan?
That's crazy.
Yeah, Alan and I made a bet that he lost, and I told him he had to, for the stipulation, he had to draft Colt McCoy.
Well, I do think it's kind of crazy how they're predicting me and Joseph, they're predicting me and Joseph to be really, really good, and then Paul and Alan to be really, really bad, and then the rest of y'all all being like really close together.
Yeah, that's some interesting projections there from Yahoo for sure.
Let's see if Alan's going to comment on that.
He said "ha," but I think that was before I.
Yeah, it was.
He said "ha" with Eric. Yeah.
Oh, he was laughing at my grade.
I mean, they gave y'all some low grades. Oh, Joseph said LMAO, so you're projected second right behind me, Joseph. So, I mean, you never know. I do think it was kind of interesting though that they had Joseph at 11 and 3, but only a B grade and not like a B plus. I think that's
pretty good. It could be an A minus or B plus.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
And then also, I would think that if someone's projected to finish like 1 and 13 or 3 and 11, that would be like a C minus or like a D plus.
A D, yeah. Honestly, I guess.
I guess that's Yahoo logic for you.
Yeah.
All right,
guys.
I guess since Joseph is back, I don't know if you heard our NFC East talk, but yeah, does anyone have any final questions before we leave? I'll let Zach close it out since he's the main host.
Yeah, I gotta take advantage of this good internet. Has my quality been good?
Yeah, you've actually you've been really good all day. So
good. I did a test my internet speed very fast according to Google.
It's probably one of the it's probably helping you a lot that I'm basically running all the stuff on my internet.
Yeah, that's
running the call, you're running the call, but I'm running the live stream.
Well, nobody's really running the call. We're all in the call.
Right. So, but Alan said no questions. All right. Well. Yeah.
Alrighty, guys. Well, sounds like this is about it. Thanks everyone who tuned in and drafted with us. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I think everybody's in the Facebook chat, so that's the Smack Talk source this year. So feel free. When you beat somebody to send them a GIF or something like that.
Well, hey, I need to ask Caleb and them if they ever confirmed in the podcast league that the winner or loser has to make a podcast promo. We need to figure out if that's going to be a thing because with our team in that league, hopefully we're getting a lot of promos from other people.
Yeah, we're going to be getting a lot of shout outs.
For sure. Hey, thanks for enjoying the live feed, man. Really appreciate it. I'm glad the technology is working. The last time we did a live stream was bad, but now that we seem to have this good system here, we might do some more of these. Just since this is working out. So thanks for sure. Thanks for doing that. And then you can always leave us suggestions and comments too. And I guess something else for Connor. Connor does tier lists too, in case you didn't know. I'm not sure if you follow the YouTube channel mainly or the podcast apps, but yeah, Connor does tier lists, and you've been running low on ideas to do for tier lists. So if you ever have any ideas, you could obviously just tell Eric, and Eric can tell us somehow. If you ever have anything that you want him to, when I say tier list, I guess Connor, describe kind of what that is.
It's basically if I was to do something talking about NFL quarterbacks, it'd just be ranking them S tier, A tier, or just, it can be sports or non-sports. I can rank video games for you. I can rank movies, food, anything.
Yeah, so that's something I know you've been looking for suggestions and ideas. So if you know anybody that has ideas, or if you have a video idea, tell us, and I'm sure Connor will be able to make it eventually, and you'll have like your own sort of video made for you. Oh, he says he's seen some of the tier lists. Okay, so you know kind of what they're about, yeah. And then hopefully in a couple weeks, Eric and I are gonna do a collaborative mukbang video. That's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm hoping we can make that happen.
For sure, dude, for sure. But
Gotta
all right,
figure out
guys.
where you're gonna go.
Yeah, for real.
Also, Eric, before that closes out, Ellen wants you to do PSN party.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, we can chat, Alan.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna sign this stream off, and until then, remember, guys, be clutch.
bye.
See ya.
Peace.